Everyone sees this and dreams of living in a postcard. The endless turquoise coastline, the mountains that crash right into the sea, the ancient stone towns that look like they belong in a storybook. It's an image that sells itself, whispering promises of a perfect, sun-drenched Mediterranean life. But we moved to Montenegro to find out what life is really like beyond those postcard views. We wanted to look past the curated perfection of a travel brochure and get into the day-to-day reality. From the surprising daily costs that you don't always see online, to the beautiful and complex local culture. This is the truth about expat life in this Balkan gem. So, what is it really like to pack up your life and move to one of Europe's most beautiful and still somewhat mysterious countries? That's the question we've been answering for the past year. We're not on a 2-week vacation. We live here. We've navigated the grocery stores, wrestled with the paperwork, made friends, and experienced the full spectrum of life. From the breathtaking highs of a summer sunset over the Bay of Kotor to the quiet solitude of a coastal town in the middle of winter. In this video, we're sharing what we've learned, the kind of practical information we wish we had before we took the plunge. We'll break down the real cost of living, item by item, so you can see if it's truly the affordable paradise it's made out to be. We'll take you into the heart of Montenegrin culture, exploring the traditions and the social etiquette you need to know to feel at home here. And most importantly, we're going to give you our honest, balanced perspective on the pros and the cons. Because like any place on Earth, life here is a mix of both. It's incredible and it's challenging. It's serene and it's frustrating. It's everything in between. So, if you've ever dreamt of what it would be like to call this place home, stick around. This is our guide to the reality of expat life in Montenegro. Let's start with the question on everyone's mind. Is Montenegro actually affordable? The short answer is yes, but the long answer is, it's complicated. Your budget can stretch remarkably far here, but it can also vanish surprisingly quickly if you're not careful. Let's get into the details. First up, housing. This will be your biggest expense, and it varies wildly depending on where you choose to live. In the popular coastal spots like Kotor, Budva, or the upscale Tivat, you can expect to pay a premium. A one-bedroom apartment in the city center of these towns can run you anywhere from $400 to $700 a month for a standard place. If you're looking at a modern, sea-view apartment, the sky's the limit. We learned quickly that to save money, you either have to move away from the immediate coastline or look outside the main city centers. For instance, a similar one-bedroom apartment just a 15-minute drive inland or in the capital, Podgorica, can be found for $250 to $450 a month or so. That's a huge saving over a year. We found a sweet spot in a smaller village just outside Kotor. We don't have the direct Old Town view, but we have more space, a quieter neighborhood, and we're paying about 30% less than our friends who are right in the heart of the action. Then you have utilities. On paper, they seem very reasonable. For an 85 square meter apartment, you can expect to pay around $100 or $150 a month for the basics: electricity, water, and garbage collection. Internet is generally reliable in the cities and will set you back about $25.35 a month for a good connection. The surprise, however, comes in winter. Many older Montenegrin buildings, especially the charming stone houses, weren't built with insulation in mind. This means that during the colder, damper winter months, your electricity bill can double or even triple if you're relying on electric heaters and air conditioning to stay warm. It's a seasonal shock to the budget you have to plan for. Now, let's talk about food. This is where you can truly live affordably and well. A single person can comfortably manage a grocery bill of around $200 or $300 a month if they shop smart. The key is to embrace the local way of life. We do most of our fresh food shopping at the local pijaka, or green market. You'll find one in every town, where you can buy incredible, seasonal produce, local cheeses, prosciutto, olive oil, and honey directly from the producers. The prices and quality are fantastic. While a kilogram of fresh tomatoes in the summer might cost you around $2.30 and a head of lettuce about $1.40, the value is still excellent for fresh local food. Supermarkets like Voli, HD, Lakovic, or Aroma are modern and well-stocked, but you'll notice a clear price difference between local and imported goods. A bottle of local Nikšićko beer is cheap and delicious, costing about €1. But if you want a specific craft beer from Germany or a brand of peanut butter from the US, you will pay a big markup. Learning to love local brands is the fastest way to cut your grocery bill. Dining out follows the same logic. A meal in a touristy restaurant in Budva's Old Town could set you back $50 a person, while a hearty, delicious meal at a local konoba just off the beaten path can be had for 10,000 or 15. Transportation is another area where you can save. Public transport is very cheap. A monthly bus pass within a town is typically under $25. Buses between cities are also frequent and affordable, making it easy to explore without a car. However, we found that for true freedom, especially to discover hidden beaches and mountain trails, a car is almost essential. Gas prices are moderate by European standards, but the real challenge is the driving itself, which we'll get to later. Finally, healthcare. The public system exists, but almost every expat we know opts for private care. The good news is that it's very affordable compared to Western standards. A visit to a private specialist might cost around $25. Many basic medicines are under tendered. Most expats carry private health insurance, with good plans available for around $300 a year, which provides peace of mind and access to faster, often English-speaking services. And for remote workers, Montenegro's digital nomad visa is a game changer. It allows a stay of up to 2 years and is renewable. It requires proof of income of around $1,350 to $1,800 a month, which is quite accessible. It's important to note the program is still evolving, so details can change. So, what's the verdict on cost? A single person could live a comfortable life here for about $800 or $900 a month. A family of 4 would be looking at something closer to $2,000 to $800. It's an affordable European life, but it requires you to adapt, live more like a local, and be mindful of hidden costs. Beyond the budgets, there's the heartbeat of the country, its culture. Moving to Montenegro is an immersion into a way of life that is deeply rooted in tradition, hospitality, and a concept you'll hear every single day: Polako. It translates to slowly or take it easy, and it's not just a word, it's a philosophy. For us, coming from a fast-paced background, this was the biggest and most rewarding culture shock. The Polako lifestyle means things don't happen with the same urgency you might be used to. An appointment for 10 a.m. might casually start at 10:50. A promise to fix something tomorrow could mean sometime next week. At first, this can be frustrating. You feel like you're not getting anywhere. But over time, you start to get it. It's a rejection of the stressful pace of modern life. It's an invitation to sit down, breathe, and have another coffee. And coffee, or kafa, is the fuel of Montenegrin social life. The cafes are the living rooms of the country. From morning till night, they are filled with people of all ages, talking, smoking, and watching the world go by. Being invited for coffee is a fundamental social ritual. It's a sign of friendship. Refusing an invitation, especially from a neighbor, can seem impolite. These aren't quick 15-minute coffee breaks. They're long, meandering conversations that can last for hours. It's where business is discussed and relationships are built. This flows right into the legendary Montenegrin hospitality. People here are incredibly warm and welcoming, especially if you show a genuine interest in their country and try to speak the language. If you're invited into someone's home, it's a great honor. You'll be treated like royalty. It's customary to bring a small gift, like a bottle of wine or chocolates. Be prepared to be offered food and drink immediately. You'll likely be presented with a small glass of rakija, the potent local fruit brandy. Even if it's 10 in the morning, it's polite to at least take a small sip. Family is the absolute center of the universe here. It's the core of the social structure, and multi-generational households are still common. This creates a powerful sense of community, and family obligations are taken very seriously. This family-centric nature extends to how society functions. Personal relationships and trust are valued above all else. When it comes to communication, Montenegrins are generally direct and straightforward, which can be refreshing. They appreciate honesty and aren't afraid to speak their minds. However, there's a layer of politeness that's crucial. Always greet people when you enter a shop with a simple dobar dan, good day. A handshake is the standard greeting for first-time meetings. And then there's the food culture. Montenegrin cuisine is a delicious, hearty blend of Mediterranean and Balkan influences. On the coast, you'll find amazing seafood, grilled fish, and black risotto. Move into the mountains and the food gets richer. Think slow-cooked lamb and smoked meats. You have to try njegushki prshut, a world-class air-dried ham, and njegushki sir, a local cheese. For a quick, cheap, and delicious bite, you can find burek, a flaky pastry with meat or cheese, and cevapi, small grilled meat sausages everywhere. Food here is meant to be shared and enjoyed slowly, another part of the Polako lifestyle. Living here means adapting to these rhythms. It means letting go of your own urgency and embracing a more deliberate pace. It means understanding that a coffee invitation is more than just a drink. It's a connection. So, what are the absolute best things about living in Montenegro? After a year here, our list is long, but a few things really stand out. Pro number one, and it's the most obvious one, the staggering natural beauty and the outdoor lifestyle. This can't be overstated. Montenegro's landscape is one of the most dramatic in Europe. You can be swimming in the Adriatic in the morning, and a couple of hours later, be hiking in the breathtaking mountains of Durmitor National Park. The Bay of Kotor is a true world wonder. A fjord-like bay surrounded by towering mountains that will leave you speechless every time. The country is a paradise for anyone who loves the outdoors. Hiking, kayaking, sailing, rock climbing, rafting, even skiing in the winter, it's all right here. This easy access to world-class nature has totally improved our quality of life. Pro number 2, the genuine sense of safety. Montenegro has a very low crime rate. It consistently ranks as a very safe country. There's a palpable feeling of security that is deeply comforting. We walk around our town late at night without a second thought. People leave their doors unlocked. Kids play freely in the streets. Of course, you should still use common sense, especially with petty theft in crowded tourist areas in the summer. But the overall atmosphere is one of tranquility. Pro number 3, the diverse international community. While Montenegro is a small country, its expat scene is surprisingly cosmopolitan. In our town alone, we have friends from the UK, Germany, France, South Africa, Australia, and the US. English often serves as the common language, making it easier to build a social circle. There are numerous expat groups and social meetups, so it's easy to connect with people from all over the globe. It's a wonderful blend of immersing yourself in the local culture while having a support network of fellow foreigners. Pro 4, the strategic location. Montenegro's position in the Balkans is fantastic for exploring the region. Croatia's famous Dalmatian coast is a short drive away. The history of Bosnia and Herzegovina and the wild beauty of Albania are right next door. A ferry can even take you to Italy. This makes Montenegro an amazing home base for travel and adds a huge layer of adventure to living here. Pro number 5, the favorable tax environment. For those working or investing, Montenegro's tax system is a big draw. In 2022, the country moved to a progressive system. Personal income up to $700 a month is taxed at 9%, while income above that is taxed at 15%. This is still quite competitive for Europe. This, combined with the affordable cost of living, means your money can go significantly further, allowing for a higher quality of life or the ability to save more effectively. These pros combine to create a unique and compelling lifestyle. It's a life lived closer to nature, with a deep sense of community and safety, all within a financially accessible framework. For us, these are the powerful magnets that hold us here. Of course, no place is perfect. A balanced picture requires talking about the challenges and frustrations. This is the reality check. Con number 1, the bureaucracy. This is, without a doubt, the single biggest headache for almost every expat. The infamous Montenegrin bureaucracy can be slow, confusing, and maddeningly inefficient. Simple things like getting a residency permit or registering a car can involve multiple steps, long lines, and tons of paperwork. The rules can seem to change without notice. You'll quickly learn that patience isn't just a virtue here, it's a survival skill. Most expats end up hiring an agent to handle their paperwork because doing it alone is a huge task. The Polako lifestyle is charming over coffee, but infuriating when you're waiting for a crucial document. Con number 2, the winter slump. The Montenegrin coast in July is a bustling paradise. The same coast in January can feel like a ghost town. In the main tourist towns like Budva and Kotor, many restaurants, bars, and shops close for the winter. The crowds vanish, and a quiet, sometimes melancholic stillness takes over. The weather can be gray and rainy for long stretches. For some, this quiet is a welcome break. For others, it can feel isolating. You have to be prepared to make your own entertainment to get through the quiet months. Con number 3, the job market. This is a critical point. Montenegro is a fantastic place to live if you bring your own income. It is not a place you move to find a high-paying job. The local job market is small. While the average monthly net salary has risen to around $1,000, the net minimum wage is about $450. This isn't enough to support a typical expat lifestyle. The economy relies heavily on tourism. So many jobs are seasonal. Unless you're a highly skilled professional or starting your own business, you should plan on having a remote job, a pension, or savings to fund your life here. Con 4, infrastructure quirks. While life here is comfortable, certain infrastructure challenges can be a source of constant frustration. The roads, particularly away from the main coastal highway, can be incredibly narrow and poorly maintained. Local driving habits can be aggressive, to put it mildly. Power outages, especially during winter storms, are not uncommon in some areas. You might also find that the quality of workmanship for repairs or renovations can be inconsistent. You have to adjust your expectations and learn to be more self-reliant. Con 5, the language barrier. While you can get by with English in tourist centers, truly integrating requires learning at least some Montenegrin. Dealing with government offices, tradespeople, or shopping in local stores will be very difficult without it. Montenegrin is a complex Slavic language, and it takes real commitment to learn. Not being able to communicate effectively can be a major barrier to feeling truly at home. These challenges are real, and they are part of the deal when living in Montenegro. It takes resilience, patience, and a good sense of humor. But for us, and for many other expats, the pros still far outweigh these cons. So, after 1 year, after weighing all the pros and cons, what's our final verdict? Was it worth it? For us, the answer is a resounding yes. But it comes with a big but. Montenegro is a country of beautiful contradictions. It's a place where breathtaking nature sits right next to frustrating inefficiency. It's where a slow, human-centric pace of life clashes with the desire for modern convenience. It's a land that offers a millionaire's scenery, but demands the patience of a saint with paperwork. Living here has taught us to redefine our idea of a perfect life. It's not about having everything run smoothly. It's about accepting the imperfections and finding immense joy in what the country offers in abundance. Nature, human connection, safety, and the time to actually enjoy it all. So, who is Montenegro right for? It's perfect for the adventurous remote worker who values quality of life over a bustling city and has the patience for the initial bureaucracy. It's great for the retiree who wants their pension to go further in a peaceful, safe environment. It's ideal for the family that wants to give their children a safe, outdoor-focused upbringing. It's for people who are self-sufficient, adaptable, and don't get rattled easily. Who should maybe think twice? If you crave the energy and convenience of a major global city, Montenegro will likely feel too small and slow. If you have little patience for inefficiency, you might find daily life here too stressful. And most importantly, if you need to find a local job to support yourself, this probably isn't the right destination. Ultimately, Montenegro delivers on its Mediterranean dream, but it's a dream you have to actively build. It doesn't just hand it to you. You have to learn the cultural dance, embrace the Polako mindset, and be willing to trade some Western conveniences for a life that is, in many ways, richer and more connected to what truly matters. It's a life that's real, raw, and completely unforgettable. That's been our experience after a year of living in Montenegro, but everyone's journey is different. We genuinely want to build a community around this conversation. If you're thinking of moving here, or if you're an expat already living here with your own stories, please share them in the comments below. Ask us anything. Seriously, no question is too big or too small. We want to know what you're curious about and what we might have missed. We read and try to respond to every single comment. And if you found this helpful and want to see more of the real, on-the-ground reality of expat life, please consider subscribing to our channel. It helps us more than you know and ensures you won't miss our future adventures. Thanks so much for watching.